Okay, I guess we are as good to go as we can be. So today, uh-oh, hold on a second. Hold on, what is going on? Every time I go to stream, something is fucking wrong. So this is showing something or another on the vertical. Okay, you. What are you? Okay, I fixed it. Get out of here. Okay, I fixed it. All right, let me lower my microphone. All right, welcome to the stream. As always, the vertical view is going to be a little different from the horizontal view. If you have a problem with that, I recommend trying to watch the stream on the horizontal because you just get to see more of what I'm doing. It's a little hard to try to make sure that everything's in view in the vertical along with the horizontal. Okay, so right now I already have this inked, as you can probably see. So the goal is I'm going to finish this thumbnail, which this thumbnail is going to be for paid type of work. So like if someone commissions me or for Patreon rewards, things like that. So if I'm doing like a stream for any of that type of work, this is going to be the thumbnail for it, which it's, me with an easel, paintbrush, even though I don't paint, and random like blob figures are in the back cheering, clapping, woohoo, yay, because they're throwing money at me. And I'm wearing like a Da Vinci hat because I thought that would be funny, but I realized that it kind of just looks like, I don't know, a sack on my head. So I don't know. But once I'm finished with this thumbnail, we're going to move on over to this picture of, I don't remember her name. Davian is, I believe, what the patron says her name is. And she's like some sort of goddess in his D&D campaign. And I was requested to make her like kind of like South Sudanese kind of like skin tone. So I have up in the left hand side on my reference canvas is the model. Let me pull up her name really quick so I don't Nakim Gotwich, how I believe that's pronounced. Of course I'm pronouncing it in the most like Western American English accent, so probably not like how she would pronounce it, but if you want to look more into this model, she is very beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and drop her name right there. Very, very beautiful woman. And that's why she's over there, is because she's the reference to make sure that I paint, the darkest skin tone. Probably not the darkest skin tone I possibly could paint. But, fairly dark to the point where like I could still make out facial features and everything like that, even with like everything else in the picture being as dark as it is. But first, like I said, we're going to work on the thumbnail, and then we're going to switch over to this Patreon image and hopefully get pretty close to finishing both today. I make promises like that every time we stream. I'm probably going to finish one. Y'all should know me by now. But we'll see. Trying to think of anything else to mention. I think that's it. So let me actually bring up the other skin reference here, which is for my little character, because I definitely do not have skin that dark. I'm on like the complete other end of the spectrum there, where my skin is like almost as pale as you could possibly get it. That was kind of close to the microphone. I apologize. I have fruit infused water today instead of a energy drink, because I'm trying to wean myself off of energy drinks as much as I can. Okay, so in addition to all of that, I also want to bring up my other thumbnail that I already made, so that I can just color pick off of that a little bit, which I was planning to open. Oh, there it goes. It wasn't loading for a second there, but I got it. Because I know I could just open it off the canvas itself because I'm using the same canvas, but I think it'd just be easier if I just have it, like, open separately. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna do it very simple here with... I'm gonna erase... Well, not erase. I'm gonna, click off of all that. Right, and I'm gonna try to be on till like 10. I'm gonna try to be on stream until about 10. But we might have to call it a little early because I pulled something in my neck and it really hurts. So I don't know how long I'm actually going to tolerate sitting here at my desk when I can't really turn my head. Probably also going to move this. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Because I am coloring on the wrong thing. You know, I probably could just combine all these together really quick. Hold on. Why are the eyebrows twice? This also looks like the wrong skin tone. I also hate that, like, I've been talking fine all day. Start at stream. Sounds like my voice is trying to go out. Delightful. I had to bring up the chat again, just in case anybody drops in. Also, let's hope that my dog doesn't start barking because the neighbor's dogs are at it again. And if there's one thing about my dog is that he has to be the most annoying dog on the block. I have to keep reminding myself that I don't have to have this like super detailed because it's just gonna be a thumbnail. So ideally, like, not too worried about like people scrutinizing the details too much. But I still need to like make it in a way that still makes me happy, you know? And for everybody that might have been looking forward to Friday's game stream, I didn't make it. I was not having a good time on Friday. And by the time stream came around, I was like, I don't feel like it. But I will admit that I have a really hard time like verbalizing canceling a stream. And I know that like definitely heavily impacts like the retention of people coming to the streams because they don't know like when I'm going to stream versus when I'm not going to stream. So it can get like a little annoying. I acknowledge that as like a character flaw of mine. Evening, welcome. Hope we've had a good day. I don't know if you heard my whole spiel or not, but like we're starting with this thumbnail really quick just so I have the thumbnail to use for these kind of streams. The paid streams specifically, so like commissions and Patreon stuff. But then I'm going to move over to working on this image just because I think it's going to take me arguably probably the longest out of like the Patreon stuff that I have pretty close to being done already. Not saying that it's going to take the longest out of all of the requests that I have to do, but I think the cheeseburger picture is going to take significantly more time than anything else. Probably not going to finish the cheeseburger picture this month. Even though I've been working on it for a hot while now. Cut my hand somehow in the course of the day. So it's just kind of like, it's like on my pinky and it's just kind of rubbing up against the screen. I'm like, bro, what did I do? I wonder if I cut my hand when I opened my package earlier. That would make sense. I don't need anymore. Lots of sirens going off around right now. A little concerning, but like nothing like super crazy. The progress on the night is looking great. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, if you're ever wanting more information on like a lot of like D&D stuff in the server, God, what is his name in the server? Oh no. Hold on, I gotta go get my dog. Yeah, my dog is trying to wake up my son, apparently. Art share, that's the last time he mentioned something. Oh. Oh. I have something called streamer mode enabled. Apparently I can't look at usernames right now. I don't remember Alex's fucking username. It's the other person in the Patreon Discord that talks. The one, like, it starts with an S. I don't remember what his username is. Yeah, the knight character is for his D&D stuff. I think he said that she's like a goddess or something in his campaign. I don't know, I don't play D&D. I've tried a couple of times, but I realized after being a part of like 2 or 3 campaigns that D&D wasn't exactly my thing, because I am an insufferable fucking control freak, and I don't know if it was my dice in particular or just luck of the draw, you know, but the one campaign I was a part of, I wanted my character to be like a really intimidating dragon, right? And so I had this whole like storyline mapped out in my head. I was like, this is gonna be gorgeous, beautiful, yada yada. It's gonna be great. And then like I kept rolling nat ones constantly. Like every single fucking throw I did was a 1. So again, I don't know if I just had bad dice or whatever, but I'm also not like, I know like a lot of people that play D&D like to collect dice, right? And like have like 1,000 pairs of dice, and like some of my D&D friends have like 2 or 3 sets of dice per character, because like, oh, I need these dice for, you know, dex save, and these dice for, you know, whatever wisdom, yada yada. And I was like, that's doing a lot. I'm gonna have 1 set of dice and that's all I fucking need, you know? And I don't know if my dice are bad, but like I said, I was doing like nat ones on every other fucking throw that I did for anything. And that led the DM to like start like basically taking my storyline and like making the character kind of a joke character. And it's not exactly what I wanted. So that started to frustrate me a lot. And then like eventually the DM like told everybody that they didn't want to do. Yeah, the DM eventually told the campaign that like they needed a break, and they were gonna like cancel the campaign and everything. So like that happened. And I think I tried to do like a one shot like one other time and still had the same problem of like, wow, this isn't going my way, so I don't want to do this because again, I'm an insufferable control freak. Oh no, my program's frozen. Please. Actually, let's do the coat first, and then we can do the face. I actually want to. Call the shiny math rocks is irresistible. Yeah, you'd get along with the mod Chrome. They like rocks of all shapes and colors, math rocks or actual rocks. So my husband is the type of person that likes to buy people presents, right? So I remember this one time we were visiting the mod Chrome, um and we went to this like geology exhibit thingy. Like basically it was a big giant hall of people selling gemstones, right? And she went up to this one table and she was admiring this like green stone. I don't fucking remember what it was. I should, because it was really fucking expensive. She was admiring the rock for a bit and said that she really wanted to add like one of those to her collection like someday, kind of situation. And then my husband was like, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll meet you guys back out at the car," because we were getting ready to leave. And then he came out with a fucking shopping bag because he bought the fucking rock for her. No, actually, he didn't buy the one she was looking at. He got the bigger one. And she almost fucking shit herself. It was pretty funny. Maybe if she drives by, she could talk about her rock. Well, rocks in plural, because she has a lot of stones. It's like people should be delighted that I'm broke all the time, because I'd be really obnoxious like that too. I love buying presents for people. It's kind of difficult. Like, me and my husband have the same love language of buying gifts, but he actually has the means to fucking do it. That's amazing. Yeah. It's nice when, like, your significant other also is friends with your friends, in my opinion. I know some people, I think it's weird that people think that's weird, but, like, some people think that's weird. Like, I'd rather my spouse be friends with my friends just so that, like, there's no, like, weird feelings, you know? Because, like, I know some people that get, like, really jealous if their friends, like, are friends with their friends, or their significant other is friends with their friends. I can go into, like, a rant about that, but, I don't know if those people watch my streams or not, so I'm probably not going to get into that. color. I'll fix it in a second, if I remember. Also, hopefully you guys don't hear my TV in the other room. It's kind of loud. But if I don't have like some sort of background noise playing in that room, then my dog starts screaming like nonstop. Like I know he's already been barking, but it's because there was a loud car that drove past the house and he was not having it. I have a neighbor that has like his own mini junkyard outside. It's kind of annoying because there's nowhere to fucking park. But him and one of his friends have been outside all day trying to get one of the fucking lemons to start running. So maybe they finally got it working to move it out from in front of my fucking driveway. Because while technically he's not blocking my driveway, I thought I had birds chirping. No, the dog's out there listening to Little Simsy, the Sim streamer, because it's one of the few channels that he'll sit down and just listen to that won't make him scream and bark. The other channel he likes is Emily Baker. He doesn't bark at her either. But the issue with Emily Baker right now, it happened a couple of years ago. She got like one of those like voice changer like things on her like Stream Deck, and she really fucking over abuses it, and it's so obnoxious it gives me a headache. So I stopped like playing her streams for him. I lost my train of thought there. Oh, the neighbor. While his car is not technically blocking my driveway, you're supposed to give like a certain amount of clearance to like the edge of someone's driveway, so that like when they're turning out of the driveway there's less risk of them hitting you. So like technically speaking, I could be a dickhole and call someone to tow the car because it's like definitely like past those limits, but I haven't had trouble getting in and out of my driveway, so I haven't bothered with it yet. But like I said, I heard something like rumbling outside, so maybe they finally got the fucking car moving, which I hope so. Definitely trying to get this done. Like I said, I wanted to work on this and the other thing today. Are you trying to say Pikachu? From Pokemon? I mean, I could. I've done it before. Just not this stream. Yes, that. I mean, I could, just not this stream. I have a pretty solid game plan for this stream, unfortunately. But I've drawn Pikachu a few times in the past. At least once that I can no, twice. Yeah, twice off the top of my head. I've done a pink Pikachu. If you said a bad word, would you kick me? Probably. More than likely. Why would you purposely say a bad word? There's, I don't see the purpose of doing that if you just know that someone's going to kick you out of the stream for doing it. One second, I'm getting a text. Oh, wrong button. It's this button I was looking for. Okay. Welcome to the stream. That's not the button I clicked. Where's all my stuff going? Sometimes I go to like click something and then like move like my cursor really fast and it doesn't register that I picked up my pen. So then all my pens and like tools on the sidebar just get dragged around. The Frenchies fry. Reminds me of a little earlier went and got some food, and I didn't know the place that we went to had French fries because I didn't see it on their menu when I was looking at the menu. And Dustin wanted French fries, and so he made his order, and we sat down to wait because we were getting it to go. And he was looking at their menu, and sure enough, it said French fries there. And he looked at me, and he's like, "You've betrayed me. How could you?" Cracked me up. Calm down. Have you taken your allergy medicine? It's because in America, they would rather people have insufferable allergies all year round than have fruit-bearing trees on the sidewalk. You were given surprise french fries with your omelet yesterday. Normally, you'd have hash browns, but no, french fries. Can't complain, they were good. Yeah, that's, the only surprises I get with my food are bad surprises. Like, I ordered, an egg sausage and cheese McGriddle. You know, it's two of those fucking little pancake things. Egg, sausage, and cheese. And I got it, and there was no egg or cheese. And I'm like, that's half the ingredients of the fucking sandwich. Or the one time I went out, this happened like a couple of years ago. I went out to a restaurant and like, there was a hair in my food that was so long. Like, it was like the length of my fucking arm. And I was like, bro. It's so much hair. Luckily, I haven't ever found anything like too obnoxiously weird in my food. Like, I've never went, I don't know. The fast food places in the city I live are like super ass. A couple weeks before that, I went to a place called Rallies. In other parts of the country, it's called Checkers, but like where the area I live, it's called Rallies. And I ordered a sandwich, and like it was supposed to come with lettuce, onion, tomato, like you know, bacon, the fixings. I got a burger patty, cheese, and bread. There's no ketchup, no mustard, no pickles, like nothing. It's like, okay. It's like, I suppose that's how it's going to roll today. But again, I still, despite the fact that like a lot of the time my food orders get pretty messed up at fast food places, I haven't gotten anything like so diabolically disgusting that like I have to like file a complaint or anything. Like, I've never found a roach in my food, for example, or like rat or anything like that, which I know some places around here people have found that kind of stuff in their food. So just the standard of food preparation here in the city is god awful. Question why Karens haven't gotten those places in shape. Because Karens would have to be in this neighborhood in order to be Karens, you know? And don't get me wrong, there are a few amount of people that go into these like places to scream and yell and bitch, but like the people that work there just don't care. Which, in fairness, like the places that like are around my neighborhood at least during like prime like lunch and dinner hours are usually like teenage dropouts. Like they're not going to care that like some 40-50-year-old person's in there screaming their fucking heads off because, you know, they're teenagers. They don't want to be told what to do. It's like, I get it. I was a teenager once, but at the same time, it's like you have to have at least like some sort of care put into your work so you don't get fired, I guess. But like the retention rate of like employees at the fast food places by my house in particular is really bad. Like I'll never see the same employees at the McDonald's twice. Then again, like I don't go out like I don't go and get fast food that often anymore, but like back when I was getting like fast food like every day, like would never see the same employees at the McDonald's twice. In the Subway by my house, the only benefit to going there when I used to get fast food all the time was that one of my siblings worked there, so they always hooked me up. But they need like a spine surgery, so they don't work there anymore. Oh no, this is the wrong layer. You have too much anxiety to even imagine. I mean, true that. I didn't tolerate being screamed at when I used to work at a fast food place. But then again, like, when I want to quit a job, I don't give 2 weeks notice. Like, I've only ever given 2 weeks notice at one job I've ever worked at, and that was the factory that I used to work at. And I only gave 2 weeks notice because I actually really liked working there. It's just I needed to leave because I had, like, shit going on in my, like, day-to-day life that was not conducive with me having like a regular job at the time. But all of my other jobs, like if I don't like working there, I just will stop showing up. It's like I don't give 2 weeks notice. Like fuck you guys. And the one place, the grocery store I used to work at, like my mom shops there, and so they kept asking my mom where I was, and they were like, oh yeah, well, we really want them to come back to work and blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you don't. It's like, you can get like any other femme presenting person off the fucking street. Cause like you admitted that the only people that you hire for a cashier position was quote unquote women. And I'm like, mm-hmm. It's like you can sweep anybody off the street and give them a job if that's your only criteria. It's like, I did not feel safe working there. And then the fast food place that I used to work at, I stopped showing up to that one, aka I quit, because it was during homecoming season, like, you know, football season, right? And we got a busload of like teenagers, like from football, like a football game, I imagine, because they were all in uniform, right? And we were slammed, right? Because it was, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 buses, like maybe more. And they were all ordering like 2-3 sandwiches a piece, yada yada. And so as we're like shuffling and hurrying up and like trying to make like the food as fast as possible, my boss comes around and she uses her whole ass to like booty bump me out of the way, right? Because I was in the back, I was a cook in the back doing like sandwiches and stuff. She bumped me off my station and told me just to man the fries. And I was like, okay, word, no problem. Fries are dirt easy. Like they literally the easiest thing you can do in that place, right? So as I'm doing the fries and everything, she turns and looks at me and she's like, yeah, you're going to be my little bitch for today. And I was like, excuse me? And she's like, you heard me. You're going to be my little bitch for today. And I was like, yeah, I don't know you like that. And I took my apron off and walked out the door. And I didn't go back. And then that place got closed down a few years later. Very briefly, they're back open now. but they briefly got closed down because of health inspection violations. And the health inspector for the city actually uploaded the pictures of like the health inspection to show like how fucking disgusting that place was, and like here's why we shut it down, blah blah. And I was looking through the pictures, and I was like, damn, that's cleaner than when I used to work there. That was probably one of the worst jobs I ever had. But then again, like all of the jobs I've had have been pretty crap. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't mind working at the factory, and like the people there were nice enough, and that's why I gave my 2-week notice. But I mean, like, an hourly job is, you know, an hourly job. And besides like a fast food place and working at that factory and being a cashier at a grocery store, I was also like a door-to-door salesman at one point. That was also crap work because like everybody thought I was a scam person. Which, despite everything, I still don't think that like the door-to-door thing that I did was a scam per se. I just think that the people that like were hired to do the door-to-door thing were kind of shady. Like the methods that they implemented were shady. And having to like skirt around the truth of things doesn't work out when like you're a chronic truth teller. And I think that they're that business, like the door-to-door thing, I think if they were like legit, like actually telling the truth about what they were doing, they would have had like better success in a lot of like their endeavors. Still don't pay enough. At the time that I worked at the door-to-door thing, the pay was actually really good if you could get people to sign up. Like you didn't get paid unless people signed up for the thing. And so if people didn't sign up, I didn't get paid. But if I got people to sign up, I could make like $1,000 a day easy. The issue though is that like when you work door to door, like people just kind of automatically assume that you're going to be a scam, like right off the rip, before they even hear your whole spiel or whatever. And, you know, there's only so much you can tolerate of like people sicking their dogs at you or pulling a gun out at you or things like that, you know? So I was like, yeah, I'm good. Plus, like, when I worked there, we had to travel in groups because of like some sort of safety reason or whatever. So the two like more experienced like salesmen, like they would go up first to like any house, and like if the person wanted their, you know, the thing that we were peddling, like they would get the sale like right away, which would leave nothing for like me and anybody else like below me. Plus, it was structured very similarly to an MLM, despite the fact that we weren't actually selling a product, which I thought was a little odd. And then the other job I had, that I liked the idea of it, but I didn't like the people that ran it. I was a seamstress at a custom clothing company. At my local mall, and they specialized in making like custom jeans, and they made me sign like some sort of like NDA about like I wasn't allowed to disclose their methods for like making these jeans because it was patent pending, it was revolutionary, it was like the newest thing and blah blah. And I was like literally within like the first like day of working there, I went up to them, I was like, how are you patent pending draping? And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, all you're doing is draping. And they're like, what's that? And I was like, oh no, didn't you say you've been in the industry like 30 years and you don't know that draping is a very common technique that a lot of like garment manufacturers use. Like, so there was like an alarm bell right there. I was like, oh no, they're kind of dumb. And then after that, they quote unquote trained me for 2 weeks, which was kind of laughable because I already had experience sewing, like in like not only like a personal sense, but also like a commercial sense. I used to like make cosplay outfits for people and stuff, right? And so after 3 weeks of quote unquote training, because they wanted me to sew their pants in a very particular way, which, mind you, was really stupid and took like 20,000 years more than what you would probably do if like you were sewing something fucking normal. But after my training quote period, they gave me $20 in an envelope and said that was my paycheck, and I was like, yeah, no. It's like I worked here for basically full time for 3 weeks, and you're giving me $20 in an envelope. No, I'm good. And that was another instance of like, I just didn't go back. And I didn't know it at the time, but like I didn't know this was illegal at the time, but apparently people are telling me it was illegal. But basically, like, during my interview process, when I very first like went in to like interview for the job, they asked me if I was a lesbian. I was like, no. Why does that matter? I wasn't going to get into like the entire like specifications of my sexuality during a job interview, but I thought that was a little weird. I don't know if this hat actually looks good or not. Just kind of winging it. I think I've probably overworked it to death, though. I think I've had another job thrown in like in between all of that too, to be honest, but I don't remember. Like an hourly job, because I did also have a little gig where I used to help a local painter with her work. But she was having some IRL like crisis issues within her personal life, so like she had to let me go. Which that was also an okay job. I don't particularly like traditional painting, to be honest, that much, but like it was easy enough work. And she fed me, so that was pretty nice because I was going through some nonsense in my own personal life that led to me not eating a lot. And I used to be like a lost puppy. If you would feed me, like that was it. You were my best friend forever. Is that coming from? Okay. I thought I heard like someone singing, and I was like, oh no, I don't want like the music to sing. I just want like chill beats. But also, again, because I am dumb, I don't wear headphones when I stream because like I don't want the bulky fucking headphones on my head. Too often I'll see like those people with like the headphone dent in their skulls, and I'm like, I don't want that to happen. I gotta stir my drink to get the fruit out of my straw. Alright. I think I'm pretty close to being done. Actually, I don't think I need that there. I think this part I need to be up here for it. You wouldn't probably think that I was close to being done, just because I'm just like with the one figure, but like I think most of the background stuff is gonna be pretty easy. So like after I get like the paintbrush and the easel done, like I think everything else is gonna be pretty smooth sailing. Hope everybody's having a good like time. Good afternoon, good night. I don't know like what time frame everybody's in right now. Should I make the easel the same color as the paintbrush? Probably not. Hmm. Blacker wood tone. I'm thinking this like brown tone. At least on my tablet it looks brown. It looks kind of like a weird like brown green. My music disappeared. Okay. I'll go pick another one. Oh, this one was only an hour. That makes sense. Alright. There you go. New music. I might have to go change the video that's playing on my TV because it's like they're talking about someone's mom dying, and I'm like, that's doing a lot. I'll be right back. The brown looks good. You like the contrast between the easel and the paintbrush. Okay, that's good. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but like I almost fucking ate it getting off my fucking office chair because my son's rocking horse is right next to my desk and I tripped over it. Like usually I have the rocking chair put away, but like I was busy today, so I forgot. And I was just like in the middle of the fucking room. Drives me nuts that he drags it out to the center of the room, right? And he doesn't even fucking ride it. He just drags it around around the office. Actually, I think I'll do this on a separate layer. That. gonna do a trick. I actually have a tutorial on my YouTube. It's kind of old at this point, but it still works. So basically what you do is you take any splatter type brush or dotting tool or whatever, and you just go a little wacky with it, right? I have this layer set to multiply at 100%, but I might lower the opacity depending on my mood here, which we're going to lower it to like 75. Then with another layer, we're going to do the same thing with a light color. I have this set to normal, but I just have like a lighter brush, and I'm also going to lower the opacity on this. Okay. So I think I'm going to lower the opacity to probably like 25 here. All right, so I'm going to hide that really quick. And then next, we're going to use a smudging tool on Clip Studio. Mine is called Fingertip. And I'm going to want like a pretty small brush size. And just up and down, streak it. That's going to give us kind of a faux wood grain texture. And usually I would just do this like completely up and down, like straight. But since I have like these wood beams that are like kind of slanted, I'm going to also slant it. Which I'm actually going to turn off all the shading really quick so I can see a little better what I'm doing. Now, some people have commented on the actual tutorial that I uploaded to YouTube. I actually think they commented this on the TikTok version. But some people have commented, like, why don't I just use, like, a motion blur kind of, like, thing through, like, the filter options? And that's because, like, then I don't have, like, as much control over, like, what parts are, like, super blurred out versus, like, what parts aren't, you know? If I'm just trying to do something like really quick, I'll do that little shortcut, and that only really works if you have like the wood like all facing one direction. This is also kind of time consuming, as I'm sure you've noticed by now. Like someone in my neighborhood is having a party because like the music out the windows is progressively getting louder. It's like I can almost make out the lyrics at this point. Which would make sense because there was people on their porch when I went out earlier. They were drinking. Even if it's a holiday weekend, it's too loud. Listen, my neighborhood is always kind of obnoxious, and you know that. It's like I live in the kind of neighborhood that you don't want to go out and scream at people about their music choices or anything. I think it happened in like 2019 maybe. There was a shootout at the park down the street because people were playing basketball there and like some dude came up with a fucking AK yelling and screaming nonsense at them because he didn't want them at the park playing basketball. That was quite the time. Ooh, look at that, guys. It looks pretty nice. I go bananas for making wood textures. It's really time consuming, but it looks really good. My water's low enough where I'm just keep getting fruit stuck into my straw. It wouldn't really be that big a deal if I had like a thicker straw, but I don't. I'm organizing my my files here really quick. Not files, the words. The layers. That's what I meant. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for text here, I'm actually gonna do commission stuff in green and Patreon stuff in the is Patreon's like stuff still orange, like their site colors. I don't know, to be honest, because my Patreon is orange because I custom colored it orange. I think that was the most recent logo besides the one that's like the weird one that they have right now that I don't like. That's just like the weird like blob bubble letter P. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, I keep punching my microphone. The kids are outside screaming. Always makes me nervous when I hear kids outside screaming. Okay. There are those thumbnails. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna BRB, go on the BRB screen. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, come back, and then we're gonna work a little bit on the actual Patreon thing, which is Alex D&D thing. So we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to like upload the thumbnail onto at least YouTube for right now. It's also going to go up on the Twitch channel. But I'll be honest, I don't think I can change that. With the stream still going on Twitch, I think that's something that I have to I think that's something I have to change later. Sorry, my microphone is the boom arm on my microphone is really loose, so the mic keeps drooping down and booping the table. Which I don't know if I loosened that or if my kid did. Which I wouldn't think that he can reach it, but I guess you never know. Alright. So, go ahead and save this, because I'll be for real, I don't think I saved a single time working on this. And I'll also upload the text version and the textless versions onto Patreon itself when I get a moment. Alright, time to move on to this character, which I don't think I need the models anymore. Model, because it's all the same person. I don't think I need pictures of her as a reference anymore, but we're going to keep her up just in case, like, there's something that I want to change on the skin or hair. Not that the hair really matters, because she has pink hair in the one picture. So originally I was going to have like the lighter section of the hair on the drawing, like a brownish color, but like I think the blue kind of matches like and blends it more into the background, you know? So I know that the request was for her hair to be really, really like pitch black, void like darkness. But I want it to like have like, you be able to see the braids, you know? Just even if it's like a little bit. Which I get a pass with a lot of like creative liberties when it comes to these D&D characters, just because like I'm given like ideas and concepts, not like hard like the character has to look like this, you know what I mean? Alright, so one change I did from the sketch of this, let me see if I can bring up the sketch. So in the little like what would be called a brooch, like the little centerpiece here, like that connects the cape. Originally it was just kind of like a random diamond-esque shape, right? But what I decided to do instead here is make it like an owl. Because I think I like the concept of owls being like representatives of darkness in a way. Like an elegance and beauty in darkness, you know? So what I'm gonna do here actually is folder of the skin, okay. Where are you? Trying to figure out what these folders are. You are sections of hair. You are also hair. You are the armor. Okay. So I'm gonna do a whole folder just for the armor. So what I want to do here with the owl is this little section with the eyes. I want to glow like the actual character's eyes in a way. Just like that. That's good. Alright, and time to shade the hell out of this, I guess. if that music outside is just getting louder. I wonder if they're turning it up every time a kid screams. Kind of a challenge because I want it to be like pretty like limited color palette for the armor because I want it to like be more reflective than anything. I wonder if I should yeah, I'm just gonna do it now. Hold on. I'm gonna do like these like engraving kind of look. Let's start really quick. Let's start with the fabric pieces because I think that is here. Might have to get off pretty soon though because I pulled something in my neck. I mentioned this in the beginning of the stream, but I don't think anybody was here yet. I pulled something in my neck and I can't turn my head and it hurts. And being honest, it's starting to give me a headache. Okay, my program froze. We gotta wait a second. It's back. The buffer wheel went away. I'll be honest, it sounds like my neighbor got a pug. And like it barks and it sounds so miserable. It's either a pug, a French bulldog, or something else like with like the smushed up face, or it's really sick. Doing some really rough filling in because I'm gonna get off pretty soon. Why am I buzzing? Okay, I don't give a shit about that. Okay. I'm gonna call it here for today. Like I said, I hurt. And then I already said I wanted to end around 10, so I'm a little beyond that at this point. So I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I'm sorry I didn't work on as much Patreon stuff as I thought I was going to, but that's kind of the nature of the biz when I make comments on what I want to accomplish. I usually don't. I hope everybody had a good time vibing out and chilling and stuff. So I'll, assuming nothing crazy happens, I'll be back for art on Sunday, but assuming I feel okay on Friday, I'm gonna come back to do a game stream specifically on Twitch. So if you don't follow me over on Twitch, please do so. It's just paintbucket_lemonade, like most of my other platforms are at this point. But yeah.